Rumination is an animated black and white visual representation of being afraid of the dark. It's almost what you imagine in a dark room, like that's happening around you when you hear bump in the night and you're like, this is what your mind sees. Um, there's definitely flashes of distraught and moments of terror happening through a lifetime, and they're so quick. But if you really pay attention, you can catch some really traumatic moments. I feel like I saw moments of abuse, moments of sexual abuse, moments of depression, just moments of terror in general. And I think the lack of music undertone and only the sound of the night and the breathing, as if you're hearing the person going through the thoughts, just adds to the horror of it all. It really makes it more poignant, that the sound design that they chose, because you can easily put, a lot of times people will lean on the device of putting on the scary music to make it scarier, but what is scarier than silence in some moments? So I found that to be very strong.
I really liked Rumination. One, I want to shout out the sound design. The sound design was excellent, and it really tied everything together. Two, I like the style, the vibe of like a literal motion picture, like a bunch of pictures played in rapid succession to create the illusion of motion. This is the core of that. That concept being at the core of cinema, and then this is the core of that concept, I think was a really powerful way to tell a story. Because it like draws you in, because it's not what we're used to seeing. So I really appreciate that. And yeah, it was really effective. The drawings were really really well done, and yeah, good job.
Rumination. I thought this was so interesting. I loved the artwork. I loved the drawing. I thought it was really beautiful. And to use the kind of black background with so much shadowing and everything else, I thought was so interesting. And just the style of it, I thought was really unique and really like alluring. It was really interesting to look at and watch, and it really kept my attention. And then the other thing that I really liked was like this intentional silence that wasn't completely absence of noise, where there was a lot of like background noise of crickets or like the wood or breathing, that left this kind of eerie quality over everything without it being completely silent, but there was like nothing really going on. I thought it was such an interesting choice that I really enjoyed. For me, it really like heightened everything and pulled it all together. I really enjoyed this. I thought it was wonderful.
This was a really interesting and artful piece, I guess. It was um, the kind of piece you kind of just sit back and just try to absorb it or let it absorb you. I really dug the janky chalk animation style, um, and the way it was scored really just gelled with that style. It just felt like this really sort of an intense in a way kind of piece, something that kind of like just made you think, but also kind of made you sit back and relax too. Really a fascinating piece, great execution, well done.
Rumination. I found the shadowy sketches of chalk on slate both haunting and beautiful simultaneously, with that ephemerality of using chalk adding to like the fleetingness of the moments washing by, memories that come in and come out, transitory move between the past and the present. And they're very striking images, and doing them in chalk, there's like a nostalgia, I guess, from the school blackboard or using chalk as a child. And that nostalgia kind of like seeped into it, um, and felt a little bit more vital. But I thought it was a beautiful exploration of love and understanding a life cycle through a life lived.
This is for the short Rumination. Wow, this was so interesting. It was a very interesting style of storytelling. I liked the sound effects throughout and the chalk-like visuals and drawing style that they used. It really felt like this woman was just contemplating, ruminating on a decision she was going to make, the consequences, her life, and what was going on at the moment emotionally for her, while she was chopping this wood, which I thought was maybe just an exercise in, you know, venting or having something to do while contemplating and thinking, kind of like when people clean their house. But it had a very dark ending. With the fire, she was chopping wood to maybe have the fire, and then have burn the house down. I wasn't 100% clear, but or there was an accident, but it looked like it was purposeful and possibly suicide, or that she was killing somebody in the house with the fire. I thought the visuals were happening really fast, which I was trying to kind of interpret each one, so that's my own overthinking. So it was a little uncomfortable for me that it was too fast, but I understood it at the end, what the purpose was. It was just very different, unique, original. I liked it a lot, and I wish you guys the best of luck.